do it anymore, then it goes to the city council.
Got it.
But
what are your feelings about a system like that? Do you think that's better than the old system, or?
I think it's better than the old system. The problem is that citizens aren't trained like police officers. They've never been in the field. They don't know what it's like to be a police officer.
Okay.
So it's hard to have citizens sit there and say, yeah, okay, the officer's right or the officer's wrong, because they don't,
have that kind of life experience or training.
Right, they don't have that training. And on the other hand, if you have just officers investigate officers, it'd be like, then you have a problem with, the blue line. You know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about, but I don't know that I agree that problem's inherent to any time a police officer investigates another officer. I was in major crimes for a while, doing computer forensic investigations, participated as part of several professional standards investigations. I feel like we did them in an objective manner. I don't feel like there was any element of that, like blue line or like protecting buddies or whatever. It's just,
right.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
If you commit misconduct, you're going to get held accountable.
Right. It also depends on what it is. If on something where I had a cop watcher that was grabbed and literally pulled out of a crime scene after an officer told him, well, as long as you use the sidewalk, don't walk in the street, but use the sidewalk, you can get down to where Robert's at. So he used the sidewalk, and the sergeant went over, grabbed him, and
the sergeant was different from the person who told him it was okay?
Yeah.
So there kind of breakdown in communication there?
Yeah. So the sergeant, so what I did was I turned around, I talked to the East Precinct captain about it. He filed the complaint. Well, the complaint got shot down because he crossed crime scene tape. And the captain,
the watcher crossed the crime scene tape?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the captain
looked an issue.
Yeah, the captain looked at it and called the sergeant in about his professionalism.
Oh, okay.
So he goes, nothing happened because of him grabbing the guy, but he sat there and said, no, the sergeant was unprofessional.
Sure.
All you had to do was go up and tell him to go back, and he would have turned back. I mean, that's the way it is.
Okay.
If I didn't see that sign, I walked in, you go, hey, Robert, you can't be in there, I would walk right out, especially if I looked and seen that sign.
Yeah.
There's no reason. So, yeah, he didn't get wrote up by the captain, but he did get it, chewing about, professionalism and stuff like that. And hey, you don't need to grab the cop watchers.
Yeah, I understand.
And they have a problem with me, they go talk to him, and when I have a problem, I let him see the video and talk with him about it.
Yeah, I mean, it helps when all your contacts are recorded. It's you can look at it pretty objectively. So
yeah,
it takes a little bit of the he said, she said element out of it. So.
Well, that's important because I learned a long time ago. There's three. When you got two people, there's three portions to the truth.
Perspective, yeah.
Yeah, there's my truth, your truth, and the real truth.
Interesting.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I was hoping to see her and say hi and thanks for her service, and apologize. I'll see if I can dig up that video and send you the link or send you the name of the video.
Yeah, you're welcome to do that.
All right. Because I did feel, to this day, I still feel guilty about what I did. She didn't deserve it. It was a heat of the moment thing, and usually I'm not disrespectful like that.
It sounds to me like you're very principled, and like you were upset about the confrontation about the religious headwear. So,
yeah.
Sometimes people have emotional reactions, and it's not always our best self that comes out when we're being emotional and not rational. So.
Yeah. No, I get upset really quick if someone goes against someone's disability, their religious beliefs, or race or anything like that. That aggravates me.
A lot of people feel that way.
Yeah. and even their political. I think that I think the state, counties, and cities should be prosecuting a lot more on all this political violence that's going on.
Oh, okay. Like violence that's perpetrated against people based on their political views, you're saying?
No. Well, yeah, that violence on people that's doing but like these political protests and stuff, going down and breaking out windows and starting police stations on fire and stuff.
Civil unrest, property crime type stuff that's connected to political ideology.
Yeah.
Got it.
And people go, oh, well, you have a right to protest and you have a right to state your political beliefs, but the Constitution says you have a right to the assembly as long as it's a peaceful assembly. And assaulting people and breaking property and throwing rocks at police is not peaceful.
I would agree with that.
So, all right. Well, I just wanted to see what was going on. Like I said, I wanted to videotape the office and found that I couldn't. So
no problem. I mean, this is about as close as we can get without passing the trespassing signs. But that's our office right there, kind of behind the 2 silver patrol cars. Where the steps lead up to the right, and honestly, it's pretty simple, kind of boring. It's got some administrative workspace for our pro staff, and then a little patrol room where the guys can have their lunch and do their reports, and sergeant office and lieutenant office. That's about it.
Cool.
Anything else I can do for you today?
No, I'm just going to head over to the Department of Revenue and see if they get upset about me filming over there again.
Yeah, again, with the revenue thing, I know you got talked to by one of the other troopers about it, but
yeah,
they were pretty explicit. They're okay with you recording in the public areas, but not recording in the areas where the financial transactions, the personal business transactions are ongoing. So
right.
If that happens again, it's likely the building manager will ask us to remove you. It's likely that we will remove you from the building, and it could be a longer removal than the initial 1 day that you got for recording the transactions that first day. So,
right.
If you can avoid doing that and just try to stick to the public areas, I think we'll be okay.
Well, I got business I got to do, and I never enter a state building without video recording.
Yeah. And I think what we're asking, or what the building manager's asking, is this: you just pause that or protect that when you're in areas where you can see other people's business transactions ongoing. Kind of their layout in there is a little bit funny, and the fact that you can walk up behind somebody while they're doing a business transaction is kind of a limitation, and so they're just asking you not to walk up behind there. I think they have some signage that says, stay back here in this area when you're in line, wait till you're called up to the window, don't be hovering behind people while they're putting in PIN numbers or giving their socials or something like that. So that's their only concern. I don't think they're going to be concerned if you're recording in the public space or you're recording your interaction with somebody. But
well, I was far enough back, I could hear only one dude, and if the doors were open, I could hear the dude outside because he was pretty hot. I guess he came up from Portland and tried to pay some taxes, and they told him no, he couldn't do it. And
that's kind of a perfect example of like a personal business transaction. So you being privy to the fact that he can't pay his taxes is information that they have an interest in protecting.
Well, no, he wasn't that. He was mad because he had to come back and pay it.
Oh, okay.
So
either way, his personal business not something we really want to put on a YouTube channel. So if we can keep it to just your business transaction there today or your interaction, that should be okay.
In fact, he was so hot that I couldn't even get that security guard's phone number. I got part of it. So.
Well, just please be cooperative with them. Respect when they make requests of you that are lawful, that are not to record private transactions, and hopefully we won't get called back over there today. Is there anything else I can do for you? Or?
That's it.
Do you have any concerns about our contact or interaction today? Or?
No, I enjoy your professionalism.
Okay. Yeah, I appreciated talking to you today. You've been doing very professional yourself. So.
I was actually hoping to run into you so that we could meet and talk and stuff like that. So
that's one of the reasons I came over there, because I heard you were in the building, and I was like, we haven't actually formally met. We talked on the phone, so I figured I'd put a face to the name, and I think we accomplished that.
Okay.
Thank you. Take care.
All right, you too. How you doing today? Mm-hmm. How you doing today?
Good. How you doing?
All right. Okay. Mm-hmm. Oh.